internal struggle. Me and the Attorney General should not be here. Because for your law society to call themselves radical is an indictment on our performance. Why should our law society radicalize to struggle against government? For a person like me who's transited from colonialism, those of you what I'm talking about, maybe Ruchikire knows. I've seen colonialism, I've seen Obote 1, I worked under Idi Amin, I was in the bush during Obote 2, I saw the brief transition of this fracas of UNRM, and then the 40 years of NRM. And at the crowning of the 40 years of our tenure, when our past, biological past is fast catching up with us, whether we want or don't, we shall go. My question is, what are we leaving behind?
Yes, oli kuyugi updates ziviko kisinziro obanga otuwuliriza awo wennyini wetugenda otandikira olutalo sinzigu, olutalo nvunula bibya, okusikaŋŋana, okulwanagana. Kino kye nabagamba nti nno Bukyanga Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu yeekweka yateetera okubanga kabinenti ya Mwami Yoweri Kaguta Museveni eyawuluzibwamu. Kati kino kye bayita okuyawuluzibwamu. Divide and rule yenkola egenda mu maaso, kati batandise okulwanagana bokka na bokka. Kahindo Otafire avuddeyo n'ebigambo bye ebigenda mu maaso n'okusonga Mwami Yoweri Kaguta Museveni olunwe, ng'amugamba nti beddeko oba mwagala oba temwagala, whether you like or not, mujja kugenda. Naye ekibuuzo tekiri mujja kugenda, nedda, wabula ekibuuzo kiri ku bwe munaaba mugenze ki kye mugenda okuleka. What will you leave after you have gone? Kye kibuuzo Kahindo Otafire kyababuuza, ekibasiwisa amatu, ekibalemye otegeera gwe mukwano gwange ali yampuliriza. Nagambye dole ku Yugi Updates ebikosinziro banga otuwuliriza. Ennaku zino kabadde kabwanango gwe mukwano gwange njagala okitegeere. Era Muhoozi Kainerugaba yatutte obudde ku social media mukutugo gwa X n'agenda maaso n'okuteekayo buno bubaka n'agamba Minister of Internal Affairs Kahindo Otafire yannyingizza mu ntalo zaabwe ne Mwami Yoweri Kaguta Museveni zinadde siziriimu nankyokooza, naye sigenda kunyega, ngenda kulinda kitange Muzeeyi Museveni yaba asalawo ku nsonga eno. Wanaaba amaze okusalawo fene half a second tesobola kuwera nga Kahindo Otafire twamutadde dda emabega w'emitayimbwa. Bibadde bigambo bya Gen. Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Bukyanga Kahindo Otafire ayogera bigambo badde bakipinze silent, naye wabula Muhoozi Kainerugaba avuddeyo na breakinga silent eno n'agenda maaso n'okwataakinga Gen. Kahindo Otafire. Bagamba atakulekera naawe tomulekera, ennyanja ekutta omira. Kakati Muhoozi Kainerugaba avuddeyo n'aboggoka ku bigambo bino ng'agamba nze sijja kuyingirira, ngenda gende wa Muzeeyi yaba asalawo. Wanaasalawo kyonna ky'anaaba asazeewo, wanaagamba nti no tukwate tukusibe, fene second half a second tesobola kuwera, tujja kuba tumaze okukukwata. Eyo Gen. Muhoozi Kainerugaba, Chief of Defence Force, bibadde bigambo bye. Nkugambye akasambattuko okulereŋŋana kuli mu kabinenti ya Mwami Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Era kino ekisanja Mwami Museveni entebe eno ayinza ogituuzaako akabina kamu. Nze nkubuulira amazima, entebe agituddemu naye entebe eyokya, entebe ebuguma. Kati nno weewuunye musajja wattu, ye si yagituddemu, ayina baagituuliddemu, ayina baakuumidde mu buyinza abo, abataagala kuta buyinza, abaagala okuuma properties zaabwe zibabbye ku bannayuganda, abaagala okuuma amataka ge babbye ku bannayuganda, abaagala okuuma ebyobugagga bye babbye mu ggwanga bye babalemesezzaako Mwami Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, okulaba nga n'entebe ya kakati emwokya, naye nga temwokya ku lulwe, emwokya ku baano ba mafias abalala abamuli emabega abagezaako kugamba tutta buyinza, ebintu byaffe birowoozeeko. oli ku Yugi Update Civic Sinzo bango otuwuliriza. Njagala nkwongereyo mu katambi ka Kahindo Otafire osobole okukamalako n'oluvannyuma ojje mu comment section oteekeyo ensonga yo.
Internal struggle. Me and the Attorney General should not be here. Because for your law society to call themselves radical is an indictment on our performance. Why should our law society radicalize to struggle against government? For a person like me who's transited from colonialism, those of you what I'm talking about, maybe Ruchikire knows. I've seen colonialism. I've seen Obote 1. I worked under Idi Amin. I was in the bush during Obote 2. I saw the brief transition of this fracas of UNRM, and then the 40 years of NRM. And at the crowning of the 40 years of our tenure, when our past, biological past is fast catching up with us, whether we want or don't, we shall go. My question is, what are we leaving behind? What are you leaving behind when your own law society is talking of radicalizing in order to fight you, and to fight you without your input and guidance? That's a question most of us should ask ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, apart from Muzair Chikir and a few other young men I was sitting with there, including my friend, this FDC MP, what you know, we know. What we know, you don't. And it's not our fault that we were born before you. And we had the misfortune of going through this. Bwana Chiwanuka, when your own successors radicalize and they're radicalizing against you, it means things have been going wrong. It means things have been going wrong. And I'm glad the Rukwagwas of this world are doing it now when we reach the precipice. There are a few disconcerting events that have taken place in this country, and I don't want to countenance as minister responsible for internal affairs. I've made myself loud and clear that certain things that are happening are unacceptable. Because I was here during Amin's time. You know, I'll recount the dictum of this preacher in Germany during the Second World War. I forget his name. Anyway, God save his soul if at all he has any. He said, when they came for the socialists, I kept silent because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the gays. I kept quiet because I was not gay. Then they came for the trade unionists. I kept silent because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews. I kept silent because I was not a Jew. When they came for me, there was nobody left to speak on my behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, don't commit the sin of silence. And those of us who are in authority must learn to hear. In Kiswahili they say, asiolewa na wazazi, afundishwa na dunia. If you don't learn from your parents, you'll be taught by the world. Those of us in authority, if we don't know how to exercise authority judiciously and with caution and compassion, we shall be taught by the society we are leading. We lead Well, some people want to rule. Me, I don't ascribe to that. We lead with the consent of the governed. Sometimes the governed are wrong. When the governed are wrong, it's the duty of the leaders to patiently explain to the governed where they have gone wrong. But more often than not, the governed are right. Those who are governed, when you see them crying, when you see them jumping up and down, don't suppress them. Keep them in order, but feel their pain. Mama Juba has said it properly. She said, for us, we cried. They cried because there was pain they were unable to express. Until the headmistress felt compassion for why these girls were crying and said, what is going on? And I'm sure the situation was improved. Recently, I've heard of episodes of people being, so-and-so has been arrested. Arrested, yeah, very good. 6 months, this person has not been brought to court. So-and-so has disappeared. Like now, today somebody called me from Mbarara and said a gentleman called Wangomani, Amos Wangomani, a very big cadre, well, these middle cadres who fights from 70 to 39. He's been arrested. Amos Wangomani from Mbarara, just a simple businessman. He was arrested, he's disappeared for 3 weeks. His family went to court. First time he was not produced. Second time he was not produced. Yesterday they went to court. You know what the authorities told us, including Muzei Chiriwachi Wanuka, vicarious liability. They said, we don't know where the man is. Oh. Wait a minute. When people of my size, height, and weight disappear without trace, that's a problem. How can a man big as I am disappear without trace? Because this fellow called me in the morning and said, if he's been killed, at least give us the body to borrow. Listen, families are now beginning to call on us to give them bodies to borrow. We who fought Idi Amin for the very reason. Excuse me.